those Casio type things, these like, where there's like a little number pad where you can type in 3-digit numbers and it loads up some patches, and they have names like that. It'll say piano and flute and trumpet and guitar, and they all kind of sound the same. But what was happening back then was basically that these keyboards didn't have a lot of memory in them, and so they didn't really. Some of them, yes, some of them stored samples, but a lot of them couldn't yet. So they would store these just individual waveforms, and they would probably be limited to a waveform with a resolution of 8 partials, the first 8 overtones. And that kinda, if we give this some decay, already sounds like some shitty old digital keyboard. And I kinda like that sound sometimes. And then what they would do, because this is all they had to work with, maybe in some cases this would go to 16, then you've got a little more resolution, is they would have to use the amplitude and like the amount of these 8 sine waves to recreate a piano or a guitar or flute or strings or something. So your choices are limited, but you kind of learn a lot about just the makeup of frequency overtone spectrums of different instruments this way, where, for example, only every other overtone, so all the odd ones, that combined with a little bit of attack on the amp would probably be an oboe or clarinet preset on those shitty old synths. Or flute or something. And a piano would usually probably use a little bit of all of those. And strings would probably use pretty much the same as the piano, but just with a soft fade in and a bit of a release. So they would literally look at, hey, what does the frequency spectrum of a single string note look like in a spectrum analyzer? And then just see, okay, those are the first 8 overtones. This is how loud the first one is. The second one's way quieter, then the third one's louder than the second one, and you just rebuild this here. Basically just like trying to copy that EQ spectrum, that frequency spectrum.